Bitterleaf soup has one general rule everyone agrees on. Wash out every bit of bitterness or you are failed. Today, I am breaking that rule. This bitterleaf soup recipe with Uziza leaves changed the way I think about this vegetable. And once you taste it, it will change your mind as well. Please stay with me. The first thing I'm doing is putting some water on the stove to boil. We will need this for our bitter leaf, and that is coming up in just a moment. While the water is coming to a boil, let us prepare our vegetables. I'm using 2 leafy vegetables for this bitter leaf soup, bitter leaf and Uziza leaves, and together they are doing something very special in the pot. I started with the bitter leaves, so I removed the leaves from the stalk. I rinsed it 3 times under cold water to clean it properly. Then I chop it on my chopping board, then set it aside. Now here is where the bitter leaf soup recipe differs from almost every other Nigerian soup. We are going to boil the bitter leaf before it goes into the pot. This is how we control the bitterness. And my people, the key word here is control and not eliminate. After the water has boiled, I added a pinch of bicarbonate of soda, also called baking soda, into the boiling water before putting the bitter leaves into it. This step is completely optional, but what it does is it speeds up the softening of the leaves and helps retain the green color. But if you do not have it, do not worry. Your results will still be excellent without it. So I pour the chopped bitter leaves into the boiling water and let it boil for about 7 minutes. How long you boil yours depends entirely on how bitter you want your soup to taste. Taste the leaves after about 7 minutes of boiling. If it is still too bitter for your liking, change the water and continue boiling until you reach the level you can tolerate. The longer you boil, the less bitter it will become. But my people, I love bitter leaf and I intentionally kept some of the bitterness in mind by boiling it for just 7 minutes. So after 7 minutes of boiling, I drained the water, rinsed the bitter leaf under cold water to stop the cooking process. Then I squeezed out as much water as I could and set it aside. Now for the second leaves, that's Uziza leaves. I rinsed and cut my Uziza leaves and set it aside. We are not boiling the Uziza leaves. It goes in fresh at the end. The quantity of bitter leaf in this soup is more than the Uziza leaves. You can clearly see that. So, but feel free to adjust the ratio to suit your own taste. Before we move on, a quick word about the leaves in the soup. Bitter leaves is not just delicious, it is also known for its nutritional value. It contains antioxidants and vitamins like A and E, and it has long been used in traditional cooking for its potential digestive and wellness benefits. Interestingly, the compounds that give bitter leaf its signature bitterness are also linked to many of those properties. I'll be using chicken for this bitter leaf soup. I poured the cleaned chicken into the pot, added chopped onions, a seasoning cube, some salt and Pomo, also called cow skin. I gave everything a good stir, then covered the pot and let it steam on low heat. We are dry steaming the chicken, no water added yet. The chicken releases its own juice as it cooks and that becomes part of our soup base. After about 15 minutes, I added a little Cameroon pepper, just a little amount of water to help the chicken cook through completely. I want you to pay attention to the stock we get from this chicken. We want it to be very little. This is a dry style bitter leaf soup. It is not watery, so do not add more water than you need at this stage. While the chicken is finishing up, let us prepare the pepper mix. I am using red bell peppers, Scotch bonnet pepper, and onions. The key here is that I want a rough blend, not smooth. I'm using a mortar and pestle to grind mine into a rough textured paste. You can also use a blender or a grater to do this. The rough texture is similar to how we make eforiro, and if you want to see how I make my eforiro, the link will be in the description box. The chicken is done now. You can see the stock is very little. Perfect. That is exactly what we want. It is time to build the heart of this bitter leaf soup. In a separate pot, I added some palm oil and let it get hot on medium heat. Then I went in with some chopped onions and iru, also called locust beans or dawa dawa. I let this fry together in the palm oil for about 2 minutes. Locust beans is one of those ingredients I will always stand by. It adds a deep, complex umami flavor to Nigerian soups that seasoning cubes alone cannot replicate. If you have never cooked with locust beans, start today. It will change the way your soup tastes completely. After 2 minutes, I added the roughly blended pepper mix, the smoked and dried catfish, gave everything a good stir and covered the pot and let it cook until most of the water from the pepper had dried up. Then I added a seasoning cube, went in with the cooked chicken and pomo, and added some salt. Added just a little of the chicken stock, just enough to loosen the sauce slightly. Not too much. We want the sauce concentrated and flavorful. So I stirred everything together and let it cook for about 4 minutes. I also added a little more Cameroon pepper at this point. My people, if you have been watching this channel for a while, you already know I love pepper. I make absolutely no apologies for it. My people, if you're enjoying this video so far, please tap that like button right now. It helps more people find this recipe, and if you have not subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button so you never miss a new recipe from this channel. Before we move on, I would like to say some things about Uziza leaves. Uziza leaves bring a bold peppery flavor and a beautiful aroma to the soup. It also provides fiber, vitamins such as A and C, and plant compounds, often associated with antioxidants and anti-inflammatory properties. It is one of those ingredients that truly shows how Nigerian cooking combines flavor with nourishment. So I let the sauce cook a little longer until the water reduced nicely and the oil was sitting beautifully on top of the sauce. That is how you know the pepper is fully cooked and the sauce is ready. I added the Bitterleaf first, then the Uziza leaves, and gave the pot a good stir to combine everything. I turned the heat down to low and let the soup cook for just 2 minutes. 2 minutes, not more. You do not need to cook leafy vegetables for a long time. The heat of the sauce is already doing the work. Overcooking bitter leaf at this stage makes it lose that intentional slight bitterness we worked so hard to preserve, and it kills the color and the freshness of the uziza. 2 minutes on low heat and it is done. Now let me tell you the secret to enjoying the soup at its absolute best. Do not eat it the same day you make it. I put mine in the freezer, took it out on the 3rd day, added just a tiny bit of water, warmed it gently, and my people, the flavor had completely transformed. I served mine with semovita, and honestly, I had to stop myself from finishing the entire pot. You can also serve this bitterleaf soup with white rice, pounded yam, eba, amala, fufu, or any swallow of your choice. If this recipe helped you, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with someone who loves Nigerian food. Drop a comment below and tell me, do you like your bitterleaf soup bitter, or do you wash every bit of bitterness out? I want to know where you stand in the comments. If you are new here, welcome to the family. Please subscribe so you never miss a recipe. Thank you for watching, my people. I will see you in the next one.